All right, so today I want to talk about the concept of 10 chats a day or 10 chat starts a day. If you are in sales and you want to grow your business, whether it's a web design business or a consulting business or any type of business, you need to be speaking to more new people every single day. And if you are going for days, if not weeks, maybe some months, without speaking to new prospects or new potential prospects, then your business just isn't going to grow. And so the reality is you should be having at least 10 chat or conversation starts per day. So that means 10 times a day you start a new conversation with a perfect prospect of yours. And if you can do that, that's 50 chats a week. That's 200 chat starts a month. That is incredible, and that will grow your business. Now let's break it down. 200 chat starts a month, 50 a week, 10 a day. So how do you get your 10 a day every single day? So before we get into the how, let's get into the type of chats you can start. So the most important chat you can do, or the most powerful chat, is a phone conversation. And that's where you get someone on the phone and you speak to them. And I would say that's the best way you can do it. But there's two other ways you can start a chat or a conversation. The second way is through Messenger. And, with Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, they have messaging services. So you're not speaking to someone, but you start a message chat. And so that chat is very powerful. There are many coaches and consultants now who are converting prospects into clients on social media through selling by chat. And I had a conversation with Facebook the other day, and they said to me, Marlon, if you can get your consulting and coaching clients in the chat, conversing with people in the chat, it is one of the most successful ways that businesses are now growing their consulting, web design, coaching businesses through selling through chat, because it's a one-on-one conversation. Is it as good as a phone call? No. But the idea of a messenger chat is to get them onto a phone call. So you go from Messenger and you get them onto a phone call. And so that's the second way. That's very, very important, very powerful, and it's working today. And of course, the last way is through email. And so if you start an email chat, the whole idea is to get them from email onto the phone. Okay, so an email chat start is good. And so whether it's email, whether it's Messenger, whether it's phone, you need to start at least 10 conversations with your perfect prospect every day. Don't ring your grandmother, don't ring your friends and family. What you've got to do is get in contact with people who could be a client. Okay, so that's the caveat, that's the distinction. All right, so if you want to start 10 chats a day, and it's either through phone, Messenger, or email, how are the ways you can start these chats? So these are in no particular order, but let's go. Let's speak about it. One of the best ways is through Facebook groups. So there's a few ways. You can have your own Facebook group, and that's the best way of doing it. And you have a whole bunch of people who are your perfect prospect in that group. And if you create a post and people respond in that post, they like, comment, or share that post, you can message them through Facebook Messenger directly and say, hey, John, thanks for responding to the post or liking it. And then you can ask your follow-up question. For me, I deal with web designers. I can say, hey, John, thanks for responding. Is lead generation an issue for you? And then you start that chat. Now, there's a whole way of managing a sell by chat conversation. We're not going to go in it today, but there is a way of doing it correctly. And what am I trying to do? Get them onto a phone call. Okay? Now, some of you will actually sell your product or service or program in chat. It's not what I do. The next way of doing it is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has an amazing message or connection service where you can connect with people, multiple people a day. And then after about a month, when they see your content, you can then reach out to them and say, hey, John, do you have a challenge with this part of your business? And because they've been seeing you in their feed on a regular basis, if you're posting videos or content, they kind of know you. They may even like you. And so they're more likely to then converse with you in that chat. So that's another way you can get your 10 chat conversations. Another way is through cold email. So some people like this, some people don't. The way I would do it is I would actually, like for me, let me talk about my business. So I have a web design business and coaching business where I coach web designers to create an awesome business. And in my web design business, what I would do is I would find a whole bunch of businesses where their websites are not performing well. I can see they're not performing well. So I'd create a Loom video, I'd do a screen recording, and I would record a video of me explaining how their website can be improved, all the problems with it. I'd send that as a cold email to that person. And then I would follow up in the next day. I would tell them in the email, I'm going to call you, and just to go through this video if you've got some time. And then the next day I'd follow up with a cold call. It's not really a cold call, maybe it's a warm call, but I'd combine the two. So whether it's a cold email that you're emailing someone or it's a cold call that you're making, it's starting a conversation. And I would include these two as good ways to start your 10 conversations every single day. Now, if it's an email and you're not going to follow up, I would actually count the call as the conversation start, not the email. Okay, it's a bit of a trick there. And the reason why is I don't want you emailing people and saying, "Oh, there's 10 conversations started." Well, you're just fooling yourself. It's when you pick the phone up and you actually have a conversation with them. That is a conversation started. Okay, so let's put some ground rules in here. The next one is email. So you probably have an email list, and those people on the list, you might have 500, 1,000 people, and so many of those people are cold. You know, they were interested at one point, but they're cold. So you can reach out to those people. You can either reach out with a phone call if you've got the phone number. You can send an email. If you know what a 9-word email is, look it up and send a 9-word email to your database, and that will get lots of conversations coming back to you or people interacting with you. You can get them from the email into a phone call. With LinkedIn as well, get them onto the phone. And so your email list is a mine of people who you could just pick up and call or email them and get a response from them. Okay. The next one is leads. If you have any leads that you have dealt with over the years, and these are people who wanted to deal with you at some point and they didn't complete the and go sign up with your service, you could then reach out to them. So for example, this week I have a workshop I'm doing with the people that I coach. And it's a workshop where we're going to be going through some sales strategy calls. And there's a couple of people who I've gone through the whole process with and I haven't joined the program yet. So what I did is I emailed them and reached out to them and said, hey, I've got a workshop coming up in 2 days. Would you like to join? Just come be a part of it. It's something I do with all my students. They pay for it, but I'm happy for you to come on and just check us out. And some of those people have responded and said, yeah, I'd love to. Well, they're warm prospects. They're hot prospects. They've gone through my process. They just haven't joined yet. And so once they come into that meeting, if they like it, they'll be more likely to be able to make a buying decision. Can you see that? So those leads, those hot leads, follow those people up. And finally, the last one is clients, okay? So if you have existing clients you haven't reached out to, call them and ask them, do you know anyone that we can help just like we're helping you? Just ask for it. And that's not the conversation, okay? Well, we can count that as a conversation, okay? As long as you get some leads out of it, okay? You get some opportunities. So don't just call them and say, hey, John, how you going? You know, is everything fine? No, it's, hey, John, how are you going? Can you think of anyone that we could help with? Count that as one of your 10, okay? So what we want is 10 chat conversations started every single day. And if you can do this, I will guarantee you your business will grow. If you don't do it, you're pretty much going to be in the same position you're in now. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I am an online marketer. Like, I am good at Facebook. I'm good at generating leads online. But if you look at this, it's a combination of online marketing and real world, hands-on, reaching out to people. And you can't have one or the other nowadays. You can't just be an online marketer. You have to do both if you want to make sales. And so let that be a lesson to you. Someone like me, who is fully online, has a massive component of what I do that is offline, because people are people. And so you may start the conversation online, but very quickly you need to pull it offline and get them into the phone call, okay? This phone call is where you make the sale. And if you're not willing to go into hand-to-hand combat with people and call them or message them or email them or get them on the phone, then online marketing is not really going to work for you if you're a consultant, coach, web designer trying to sell a high-ticket item, okay? So tell me in the comments below, are you going to do this? Are you going to do your 10 per day? And you know what? I have this thing here called a clicker. and I can't believe it's not on my desk. I think one of my sons, oh, here it is, got it. All right, so let me just, that is a bit annoying having that right there. All right, so this is how you track yourself. So this here is a clicker. If you can see it, you probably can't see here, but you can see when I click, the numbers should change. So it goes 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So every time I start a conversation, I click this once. And then when I get to 10, I'm done for the day. I want to encourage you guys, go on eBay, get one of these. If you're serious about this, because sometimes you say, have I had 3 or 4? Have I had 2 conversations? Who cares? Just click it. You look at it and you know, oh, I've had 18 conversations today. And then the next day, you reset it, you turn it around, you reset it back to 0, and you start again. All right? So if you're serious about it, get one of these. They're $10, I think, on eBay. And start your 10 conversations a day and grow your business. So like I said, if you're really interested in doing this kind of thing, start. Let me know in the comments. I look forward to speaking to you soon.